and cheat on his wife with Blake. Because when Blake and Ryan met, he was married to Scarlett Johansson. I don't know about you, but if I was with somebody, they had to do some romantic scene with somebody, and then we split up and they immediately get with them, that's suspicious.
It makes me wonder if the acting was acting.
So do you think he cheated?
Well, I mean, as Lin-Manuel once famously said, no one else was in the room where it happened.
Seems like what Blake is trying to pull with It Ends With Us, she might have gotten some inspiration from Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool, a blind item from July 23rd of 2024. Due to disagreements with the north of the border actor, Ryan Reynolds, this foreign-born actress, who is Morena Baccarin, was pretty much left out of all press and any events for the new installment of this superhero.
Our separate things.
He's a national treasure.
I love him. I truly love him. I love his wife. I love his wife.
But he was rude.
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
It seems Blake Lively might be drawing inspiration from her husband Ryan Reynolds when it comes to handling film drama. A blind item posted on July 23rd, 2024, hinted at some serious behind-the-scenes conflict involving a well-known Canadian actor, widely assumed to be Reynolds. His co-star, a foreign-born actress believed to be Morena Baccarin, was allegedly cut out of all press for the newest Deadpool movie. Now, fans are pointing out that It Ends With Us may be mirroring that drama far too closely.
He got super, super famous from the first Deadpool. Then things kind of changed. I think he was like, see, you guys see? And then I think I don't know. I mean, would I work with him again?
Scarlett Johansson is causing a stir with fresh revelations about her past marriage to Ryan Reynolds. While many chalked up their split to personality clashes and tension, Scarlett has now hinted that Blake Lively may have played a quiet but pivotal role in ending the relationship. According to Scarlett, Blake's influence in Ryan's life began before the marriage was even over. Her comments are gaining traction as more insiders come forward with unflattering accounts of Ryan's off-camera behavior, casting doubt on his polished public image. Scarlett, however, says she has no hard feelings and believes walking away may have been the best thing she ever did.
May 2008, so I guess a year had passed. She goes on the Met Gala red carpet wearing an engagement ring, formally announcing their engagement to be married. Ryan's 31, she's 23. She looks so...
Not everyone remembers that Ryan Reynolds and Scarlett Johansson were once husband and wife. Their romance began in 2007, shortly after Ryan's split from fiancée Alanis Morissette. Most expected Ryan to take a breather from serious commitments, but he shocked fans by proposing to Scarlett just months later, in May 2008. The engagement became public knowledge when Scarlett arrived at that year's Met Gala, flaunting a dazzling diamond ring, instantly confirming their whirlwind romance to the world.
December 2009, when Johansson told Time Out New York that she and Reynolds didn't have time for dates. We work and then we go home, and I, anyway, just stare at the wall for a few hours before I go to sleep. Like in any profession, it's difficult. You want to make sure you have time to invest in your family. It's a challenge, but it's worth it. Okay. I know her publicist is like...
The couple quietly married in September 2008, but by 2011, the union had come to a quiet end. Their separation was announced via a joint statement saying, "After long and careful consideration on both our parts, we've decided to end our marriage." They emphasized mutual respect and kindness, but that didn't stop the speculation. Reports at the time indicated Scarlett had initiated the split, citing non-stop work schedules and growing emotional distance. One insider said their constant time apart wore them down. Despite a civil public front, there were signs that the real story ran deeper than what was shared.
In 2009, he skips Comic-Con, and reports come out that he skipped Comic-Con because he got into a heated argument with his then-wife, Scarlett Johansson. And the reps, of course, denied this, and they tell people, the report is completely untrue. Warner Brothers never planned to have Green Lantern. Oh, he was a Green Lantern. That's right. As part of their panel at this year's Comic-Con. Comic-Con is a big deal. Ryan is in Europe shooting a film. Any reports of a fight are...
But blaming it all on career conflicts doesn't tell the whole story. Privately, Ryan and Scarlett reportedly clashed over control and communication. Both were known to be strong-willed, and their disagreements were anything but subtle. One rumored blow-up allegedly occurred during the filming of The Proposal, when Scarlett visited the set. A witness described hearing raised voices coming from Ryan's trailer, claiming Scarlett seemed furious and out of control. And that wasn't the only. Time tensions boiled over during their short-lived marriage.
A couple who struggled with one party having more success than the other during the course of their marriage. In 2009, Reynolds was cast in the box office failure Green Lantern. Scarlett's career, however, was in full swing. She reprised her role of the Black Widow in the Iron Man series, which was a box office smash. And we all know how lucrative this franchise has gone on to be. The actress went on to speak to Parade magazine, saying, "Acting is a strange world to be coexisting in. It's very volatile. There's always going to be the more successful person because it's related to rejection. Actors, if they're not having success, connect it to unpopularity."
That said, Scarlett wasn't the only one adding strain to the relationship. Several reports have painted Ryan in a much different light than his usual charming persona. Sources claimed he had a dominating streak and held traditional views that clashed with Scarlett's independence. One insider said he expected her to be available on demand, which eventually became exhausting for her. There was also alleged jealousy, especially toward her friendships with male artists. And when Scarlett's star began to rise, Ryan reportedly offered little support, creating even more friction.
On opposite sides of the country, ScarJo was on a Broadway play in New York, A View from the Bridge is what it was called. And then Ryan was in New Orleans filming the Green Lantern opposite.
In a May 2016 Cosmopolitan interview, Scarlett gave rare insight into her past, discussing the challenge of dating someone with an equally demanding career. "There has to be real understanding of how you share your time," she said, adding that things get tricky when one person is doing better professionally. Though she didn't name Ryan, the timing and details led many to believe he was the subject. Some now say this pattern of discomfort around powerful women may be resurfacing, especially with how he's reacted to Blake's current drama. Scarlett, however, holds no grudges. She admitted she didn't know what she needed in a partner back then, and now sees the experience as a life lesson. Still, some insiders claim the real tipping point wasn't compatibility, but Ryan and Blake's alleged early connection while filming Green Lantern.
Footage from Comic-Con. Listen, they might have only been friends, but she is definitely giving the girl that he tells you not to worry about. And I'm not saying anything happened, I'm just saying that there was a vibe. And these two would end up officially together shortly after the
Rumors of troubled waters really started in the media. People have been saying that they're on the rocks because they haven't been spotted together recently, but that's only because they're busy working, insists a source, Kris Jenner, close to the Broadway beauty, adding that the two have agreed to be private about the relationship since it began in April 2007. She's been doing up to 8 shows a week on Broadway. It's true. I don't know how to do it.
Turns out Scarlett's suspicions weren't just in her head. Not long after rumors started flying, she and Ryan publicly announced their split. Around that same time, Blake Lively ended her longtime romance with Gossip Girl co-star Penn Badgley. By October 2011, Ryan and Blake had gone public with their relationship, but many observers noted they'd been looking awfully close for months prior. Reports swirled that Scarlett was growing increasingly concerned about how friendly Ryan and Blake had become. Multiple insiders claimed the pair were acting more like a couple than co-workers. One of the most eyebrow-raising moments came when they were seen having dinner together in NYC while Ryan was still married. A waitress serving them noted how flirty and into each other they looked. "It definitely felt like a date," she said. For Scarlett, it all pointed to a betrayal she hadn't been ready for.
But if I was with somebody, they had to do some romantic scene with somebody, and then we split up and they immediately get with them, that's suspicious.
It makes me wonder if the acting was acting.
So do you think he cheated?
Well, I mean, as Lin-Manuel once famously said, no.
Despite everything, Scarlett hasn't expressed any regrets about leaving the marriage behind. In fact, she said she feels like she narrowly escaped something toxic. And now, with Ryan Reynolds facing backlash amid Blake Lively's ongoing legal controversies, fans are starting to reevaluate the actor's true character. The once squeaky clean image is starting to crack as more stories come to light. For example, Jersey Shore stars Sammy Giancola and Dina Cortese recently hinted at a negative experience with Ryan. During their appearance on Watch What Happens Live, Sammy stayed vague, but Dina named him directly when asked about rude celebrity encounters. The claim shocked viewers and added fuel to growing speculation that Ryan's charming persona might be just that, an act.
Jersey kids, who was the rudest celebrity you interacted with once Jersey Shore became a hit?
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I'm not saying anything.
Me and Gina encountered a rude celebrity once. We don't want to say who it is.
Oh.
Don't want to say.
What show was she on?
No, not for me. Not for me. Gina.
Was Joy rude to you, Nicole?
So mean to me.
Me and Sam had our separate thing.
He's a national treasure.
I love him. I truly love him. I love his wife. I love his wife.
Him, but he was rude.
Who? Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, was not great to us.
Oh, was Ryan Reynolds?
Oh no! I love Ryan Reynolds still. Like I truly love Ryan Reynolds still, and I love Blake Lively. So when he like.
And this doesn't seem like an isolated celebrity encounter either. Similar issues appear to have followed Ryan onto his own movie sets. Take Morena Baccarin, who played a fan-favorite role in the first Deadpool film. Her character's reduced. Presence in the sequel raised questions, especially among loyal fans. Though Morena kept things classy, noting she was disappointed but still proud of her work, insiders have suggested there's more to the story. According to reports, Ryan deliberately kept her from promotional events, essentially removing her from the spotlight altogether. The decision, many believe, was personal, not professional. For someone as central to the original film's emotional arc, the move left many scratching their heads.
It's all coming out in the wash. So Blake Lively, what she did to Justin Baldoni, guess what? She learned it from Ryan. Ryan Reynolds did the same thing to Marina, her last name is Baccarin, who also was in Deadpool. You remember when she made Justin Baldoni go sit in the basement with his family for the movie premiere? Ryan Reynolds did the same thing to Marina and her family. He did not allow her to be part of any of the movie's premieres for Deadpool. Do you see a pattern?
Reportedly, Morena was initially going to play a bigger role in Deadpool 2, potentially even stepping into a fresh character. But things allegedly took a turn when creative tensions flared between Ryan and the film's director. Ryan wasn't on board with expanding Morena's involvement, and the concept was quietly dropped. Fans were vocal about their disappointment, and the fallout from that decision still lingers. Many were frustrated that her character didn't get the story, arc she deserved, and blamed Ryan for the shift.
More, and the director of Deadpool, Tim Miller, did this interview and said that he left the Deadpool franchise because of Ryan Reynolds. He said it became clear that Ryan wanted to be in control of the franchise. You can work that way as a director quite successfully, but I can't. I don't mind having a debate, but if I can't win, I don't want to play. And I don't think you can negotiate every creative decision. There's too many to make. So Ryan's the face of the franchise, so if he decides that he wants to control it, then he's going to control it. Sounds from
One frustrated fan even posted online, Ryan totally ruined it for Morena. As more people question the actor's decisions, it's becoming harder to dismiss what happened. Morena's absence from the premiere didn't go unnoticed, and she's not alone in that experience. TJ Miller, who played Weasel in both Deadpool films, shared a similar story. In a 2022 podcast interview, he recalled an uncomfortable encounter with Ryan, saying the actor, while in character, mocked him on set. "You're not the star," Ryan reportedly said. "You just do the setup so we can get back to the real movie." Miller said the moment felt hostile, and the whole experience left him so bitter he wouldn't return to Deadpool 3, even for double pay. He suggested fame had changed Ryan for the worse. Fans are beginning to reconsider just how genuine the star really is.
Funny guy.
After he got super, super famous from the first Deadpool, then things kind of changed. I think he was like, see, you guys see? And then I think I don't know. I mean, would I work with him again? No.
No.
I would not work with him
That
again.
much vitriol.
But I've said that about Michael Bay, and now we're friends, and I would work with him again. But I think Michael Bay is different. And Michael Bay worked on a movie with Ryan Reynolds also. And so he has a very specific opinion.
That may mirror
of
your
Ryan
own.
Reynolds. And that was a good part of our last conversation with me and Bay. But I sort of wish him well because he's so good at Deadpool. And I think it's weird that he hates her.
Miller also believed that
Ultimately, it's clear Ryan and Scarlett were never a lasting match. Their dynamic was marked by control issues, emotional disconnection, and jealousy. Scarlett has since acknowledged that she's better off without that chapter in her life. And it looks like she might have avoided even more drama down the line. Now the baggage is someone else's to handle. But what do you think? Was Scarlett smart to walk away? Or is Ryan Reynolds being unfairly dragged? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't miss what's coming up next.